Don't allow fear and worry to sabotage your recovery, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm somewhat of an expert in this area. I spent probably over 50 years of my life allowing fear and worry to dictate much of my life. In many cases, I was fearful about my future and at the same time worried about what I did or didn't do wrong in the past. So when you get cancer, like I did 6 years ago, I made a conscious decision no longer to be an expert in fear. Instead, I chose a different path. When the endocrinologist came into my hospital room and said that I have an adrenal-based cancer and my adrenals are probably burnt out, it's resonated with me because much of my life I've been hyperactive, nervous, concerned, fearful, and I realized that there's another way. Even back when I was a distance runner in college, I was in this race and I took the lead in this race. I was a senior. I was in the 3,000 meter steeplechase. It was a invitational, and I felt great. But then there was this thought in my head: you're not worthy. Statistically, you can't win. And right at that moment, I don't remember the rest of the race. So instead of winning that day, I chose to fall back. Statistically, it wasn't in my favor. And when we have cancer, especially stage 4, guess what? Statistically, it's not in our favor. We shouldn't win the battle of cancer. It's not in the stats that the doctors tell us. So, I'm here to tell you that you can control your future by allowing and electing not to focus on fear and worry, instead focus on your recovery. So if you think about all the time you spent in your life in fear and worry, like me, instead of using that time for, okay, I'm going to research on how I can get better from cancer. I'm going to think about, okay, what's my next move? What am I going to do? Am I getting my rest? All these things. Do I have the right doctor? Do I have the right team around me? So instead of focusing on that, I can't tell you how many hours of my life I spent just in fear and worry. And when I decided to give it up, it became transformative. I had this dream the night of my first cancer surgery 6 years ago. I was hanging onto a window ledge, and it was a tall building, and I felt this tug on the bottom of my legs, and I was having a hard time holding on. I'm like, if I let go, I'm surely going to die. But then I realized maybe I should let go. And I did, and I fell backwards, and I felt at peace. Then I woke up. And then, laying in the bed there, a Catholic priest came into my hospital room, and I told him about my dream. And he said, I think that's a pivotal point in your life. It's a decision that you need to make now. Am I going to hold on, or am I going to go into the unknown without any fear or worry? All major religions are about that. It's about faith. So at that point, I decided that no longer was I going to be a slave to fear and worry. No longer was I going to hold on to the past. No longer was I going to be concerned about my future. It's irrelevant. It's just this moment now. So, things that I did, I wrote down on a piece of paper, and I suggest you maybe do this. On the left side, put fear. On the right side, no fear. And I wrote all the things down that caused me anxiety in my head. You know, in a cancer diagnosis, okay, the stats are against me. It doesn't look good. I got tumors. I'm concerned about my family. I'm concerned about my job. I'm concerned about my future. You write all that stuff down. And then on the right side, put a line over there that states, okay, what would make me not fearful about that one specific thing? And then focus on that. Spend your time on that. That's what I do now. And that's what I'm asking you to do. And that's why I'm doing these videos, because there's so many of us hurting out there with cancer. And we're getting parts of the story, we're trying to get the best remedies and what to do and with the chemo and radiation and holistic things, and it's confusing. Take a deep breath. Then start making your decisions one at a time. Don't allow fear. Whatever decision you make, just go for it. And then tweak it as you go through time. So today, let's dump fear and worry. Let's do it together. Peace. You got this. You got this.